Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to show you some ways to swap numbers. Let's say that we have two integers where x is equal to 5, y is equal to 10, and I would like to swap them so that in the output section I'm gonna get where x is gonna be 10 and y is gonna be 5. So there are several ways to do that, and the first way I will say that it depends on the programming language that you use. For example, if we use Python, there is an easy way to swap these numbers. It's just write in this form x comma y is equal to y comma x, and when we want to print these numbers, let's say like this, x and y. So in the output section, I'm gonna get something like 10 and 5. But let's say that we don't use Python, maybe we use some other languages like Java, maybe C++. So in this case, we have to use third variable called temp or any other name for the variable, which is temporary variable to store some values and then load them to the appropriate x and y variables. Okay, let's assume that we have the int x, which is 5, yeah. Then we have y, where y is equal to 10, and let's say that we have a variable temp, which means temporary variable, yeah. So what do I do? So in this case, temp is equal to x is equal to y, and y is equal to temp. So when I want to print the result, I just write system.out.println or just print. So x plus and string plus y. So let's explore this approach together. So what I do first, I load the value of x, which is 5, into the variable temp. So right now, temporary variable in the memory has value 5. Okay, we assume that. Not assume that, it's actually a, like, it's for real that value for the temp is going to be 5. That's real. It is stored in the memory and the value for the variable temp is 5. Okay, now what do? Let's say, rewrite the value of x as value of y. So in this case, x is equal to 10. So x is 10. Temp is 5. So since temp is 5, that its value as 5 is going to be loaded into the y. So in the beginning, y is 10. So when we store the value 5 into the y variable, the y variable's value is rewritten as 5. So in this case, x right now is going to be 10, y is going to be 5. So that's the second approach. Let's order them like this. So the third approach looks like this. So assume that we have also this line, but without the third variable. So what do? I just apply XOR notation, XOR operator. In Java or any other program language, it's written like this. X is equal to XOR y is equal to x XOR y, and again. And I just print them here. So the result is going to be the same. 10 and 5. But let me explain you how does it work. So first of all, we have to remember how does XOR work. So let's say that we have the first argument, in other words, first variable and second variable, and the result, or just outputs, let's say, yeah. So 0, 0, 0, 1. In other words, that's the table of XOR. So the appropriate, corresponding values are gonna be 0, 1, 1, 0. So how to understand that? If we have same values, identical values for both of these variables, the answer is gonna be 0. But if you have different values, the answers are gonna be ones. So x is 5. So let's write it in the 4-bit format or maybe 8-bit format. Let's use 4-bit format because numbers are small. But if we had, for example, let's say 16, 17, 18, then we will use 5-bit format. But if we had much more like 3-digit numbers, we would use 8-bit format maybe, yeah? So like let's say that if you have 255, we will use 8-bit format, which is 1111 and so on. So let's write it in the 4-bit format. It's 1010 for 5, and for 10 is 101010. So we apply XOR operation here, and let's compute it. So it is 15 in other words. So right now x is this value, or in decimal number is gonna be 15. That's the binary version. Okay, this is done. We go to the second line. We have to remember that this is the current variable for x. What's the current variable for y? So we write, since the x value is rewritten as 15, we have to write 15 as the binary. 1, 1, 1, 1. It's not 0, 1, 0 anymore because we just calculated here the new value for x. So when we work with y, we have to apply the new value for x, not the old value, okay? So 1, 1, 1, 1 XOR y. So y is still 10, which is 1, 0, 1, 0. And this is gonna be 1, 0, 1, 0. Yeah. So this value is for y, which is in decimal version 5. And when we apply x in third line, x is 1, 1, 1, 1, and y is 0, 1, 0, 1. 0, 1, 0, 1. Yeah. It is 10 for which variable? X. So y is 5 and x is 10. When we are asked, maybe in the interview or in the question, like swap two numbers without using the first approach, we will use second approach. But if, for example, we are in the interview and the future employer asks you to not use second approach, we could come to the third approach. Yeah, if you want to show your, let's say, knowledge of logic gates such as XOR. But second approach is actually much more also convenient since we use the third variable. First approach is way too easy and it's only applied in Python. So that's the most common and popular approaches for swapping the numbers.